Hi everyone, and welcome to my very first Let's Play going up on my channel, my Sims 3 Generations in Seasons Let's Play. I am super excited to finally get this up with you guys because I have been planning this channel for several months now, and I haven't been able to fully start recording until now because I finally got my microphone and I got a good recording software. So I am ready and so excited to finally get this started. So welcome to my Generations and Seasons Let's Play. I know a lot of people start with this kind of Let's Play, but I thought it would be really simple to start my channel like this, just kind of a simple Let's Play and then go into more complex things. So finally getting this up, super excited. So I decided what we would do to start is start in the town of Twinbrook, which I know that comes with The Sims 3. It's not, a cool custom content world, but a lot of the custom content worlds, they glitch a lot, and I wanted this to go as seamlessly as possible. No, it's probably not going to happen because we all know The Sims 3 glitch central, but I thought it would just be the easiest place to start, and it fit what I want to put across for how these Sims are, which we'll get to introductions of them in a minute. But just to show you, this is our lovely little town. It is small, but it's kind of got, it's got, marsh bayou over here. And then, city life over here. And you can even, if you want to go out farther enough, this is kind of what I would consider rural. So it's got a bit of everything, which fits how I wanted my Sims to be living. So without further ado, let us get into meeting our Sims that are going to be a major part of our Generations and Seasons. I am so excited. You guys have no idea how long it has taken me to get this all together. So I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I'm going to enjoy it. So to start, we have our man of the household over here, Mr. Bryce Crawford. He is going to be the father, obviously, of all the children that we are going to be having in this Let's Play. If, they have a lot. Haven't decided that far yet. But Bryce is a bit of a logical soul. He isn't very creative or very, I wouldn't say he's not funny, but he's not very hip to new generation, terminology. He's not very hip to new generation slang, I guess you could call it. He's not, he's a very mature person in the aspect of that he's scientific and he likes numbers and he likes things he can explain, things like fairy tales and magic and stuff of that nature. If it cannot be explained logically, Bryce doesn't care for it. He likes numbers. He loves science. He loves science. That's the only way I can think to explain Bryce in a logical sense. He's serious in that aspect too. He's not, he's kind of a no-nonsense type of guy. He doesn't really like to fool around. He doesn't like to read. He's definitely not a bookworm. He hates reading, but he definitely loves to research things that normal people really wouldn't care about, pointless facts that someone else would think, okay, how does this guy know all this stuff? Because he just loves little facets of information that no one else would care about. How many legs does a caterpillar have? How long does it take for, an animal to have puppies, stuff like that, stuff that no one else is going to care about. So Bryce is logical, he's serious, but with that mature aspect, he is also immature because he's book smart and not common sense smart. Bryce has absolutely no common sense whatsoever. He, because he looks at things in such a blank way, such a serious and straightforward way, there's no room to look at them at a different perspective that is not serious and is not, analytical. So he is pretty immature when it comes to certain things, which, drives a lot of people crazy about him, because it's like, how can you be so smart but also so stupid? So this also kind of fires up Bryce's temper that he has, which is why he has the hot-headed trait, because Bryce has a horrible, horrible temper. When something doesn't go his way, when obviously something breaks, which I'm sure a lot of things will be breaking in this house, he is just going to lose his marbles. Because of his straightforward nature, everything has to be in its place, everything has to work properly, and when it doesn't, it frustrates him. It like sets off a little sensor in his head that just blows everything out of proportion. So I gave Bryce the hot-headed trait. And I also gave him the no sense of humor trait because that fits with his logical and serious nature. It's not that he doesn't try to be funny, it's just it doesn't come across as funny because he doesn't know how to be funny. He'll crack jokes, he'll try to be, into the know with people, try to be social with people, but it just never really works out that way. So I gave him that no sense of humor trait just because it's not that he doesn't have one, it's just that he doesn't know how to have one. Bryce is also a slob. It's kind of funny that he's a slob, even though he gets, mad about things breaking, but it kind of fits because he doesn't like cleaning. He's kind of very lazy, but when things are dirty, he complains about them because he hates how dirty they are, but he does nothing to clean them up himself. So he has the slob trait. It's going to be kind of funny to see how that plays out because it's going to be like he's expecting other people to clean up for him so that way he doesn't have his temper. So Bryce is also family oriented. I gave him this trait just because it'll fit with the generations, but also because Bryce is a family man. He is super excited to one day have children, one day get married. He really wants to be a father. He's always wanted to be a father. His father has never been there for him. Neither his family hasn't been there for him at all. So he really wants to be that family man that he didn't have, and provide for them and show them and be a role model for his children. So that's why I gave him that trait, because even with all his seriousness and his little quirks, he is a down-home family man at the end of the day. I also gave Bryce the hopeless romantic trait because Bryce is so romantic with people that he is involved with. He always wants to be a very good person to the women that he's with. I say women, but he's only been with like one woman. But he is so sweet and so loving, and he's such a sappy puppy dog when it comes to ladies because a lot of ladies really don't like being around him because of his quirks. And so when he finds someone that doesn't aggravate the crap out of him, who, is as smart as he is, who, can kind of help even out his temper, he just is so in love with them. So he loves going on corny dates and sitting under the stars and things like that to please the people that he's with because that's just something he loves to do himself. So Bryce is a bit of a character. He's, he'll be one for the books, I'm sure, but I think he's going to be a really good sim to have in this Let's Play. So for our next sim is Miss Willow Reynolds, who is Bryce's girlfriend, and I love how they're sitting together. It's so cute. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had a phone call from my mom, and always answer phone calls from your mother because she'll call you 17 more times and be mad that you didn't answer the first time. Okay, so anyway, we were talking about Willow. So, Willow is Bryce's girlfriend. And she is pretty much the exact opposite of him, in the way that she is not logical. She is not serious whatsoever. Willow has an amazing imagination. She is very creative, very, kind of in the clouds sort of mentality. So, yeah, she's his exact opposite when it comes to things like that. So it's kind of going to be a bit of a funny thing to see how they coexist in the same house together when they're so different. Willow is she's a gentle person. She's not serious. She's not mean or tries to be mean. Just like Bryce doesn't try to be mean, but he comes off that way just because he doesn't think about what he says. She really doesn't think about what she says either when she gets angry, but she really doesn't get mad. She's gentle. She's kind. She's loving, which is why I gave her the nurturing trait, because she is so gentle and not kind. It'll really help, if and when they have children, that she'll kind of be the parent that they go to, instead of going to their father, because he's going to be, the stoic, really strict father. But she's going to kind of be, not that she won't be a strict mother, but she's going to be the one they go to for advice and for help and, just to be that kind of shoulder to cry on for them. So with that, she also has the family-oriented trait, just because she is just as excited to start a family and get married as Bryce is. And hopefully, she's hoping that it'll be to Bryce. They've been together for a long time now. They aren't engaged. They're still boyfriend and girlfriend. So, they've been planning it and they've moved in together. They've taken that step. So now it's kind of, okay, the next step is to get married and start their life. And so she's really excited to see where this life with Bryce is going to take her. So in that same aspect, she is just looking forward to, having children and hoping that they're Bryce's children. So as you can see, Willow is reading a book and she is already almost halfway to finishing the book. I don't know if it's a skill book or not. No, it's not. She is a bookworm. Because of her imagination, she loves getting into things that are not real. She loves taking her mind out of the real world and putting it into a book and just sitting and reading that book for hours. And I mean, she can read books really fast because she's a bookworm. So, her nose is probably always going to be in a book for the entirety of this Let's Play, because that's just who she is. That's what she loves to do. And it helps her when reading to create new ideas for herself, because she herself wants to be an author. Her lifetime wish is to be a professional author, which is to earn 4,000 simoleons per week in royalties. So that's going to be something that'll help her with her writing, is reading constantly and getting new ideas from the book she reads. Willow is also a hopeless romantic, just like Bryce is, which is really great that they found each other, because in, this day and age, and I'm going to use an example from the day and age we all live in now, it's kind of, hopeless romantics are hard to find in this hookup type of culture. So it's really good that they found each other, because she loves the corny dates and the sleeping under the stars and things like that just as much as he does, which is kind of how they, click together. Even though they're so opposite, they click together in that aspect that they love each other so hard and so much. So that's why I gave her the hopeless romantic trait, just to give them something in common so they're not total polar opposites. Willow also I gave her the equestrian trait because she loves horses. They're her favorite animal, on this earth. And she wants to have horses when they have the room. Obviously, they do not have the room right now. They live in this house. So when they get a house, eventually, she wants to have horses. And her and Bryce's goal, which they've talked about for a while, is that they want to move out. I guess you could say out west. I guess you could say out west. They want to move out somewhere more open, more rural, to start their family and start their, careers in their lives. And so that way she can raise her horses and Bryce can do, what he wants to do, and they can, have animals. So there are going to be animals in this Let's Play, but it's not going to be a pets Let's Play, if that makes any sense. There'll be pets in it, but it's not going to be solely on pets, if that makes any sense. I will do a pets Let's Play in the future, but for right now we're focusing on the people and the family aspect. But I thought it would just kind of tie everything together if they did have some animals in their life. So, with the whole moving thing, I am planning on having them move out of this town into a different town. I don't know if I want them to move into Appaloosa Plains, just because Appaloosa Plains, it's not overdone or overused. It's we all know it. So I might get a custom content world that would resemble, out in rural country. If you guys have any suggestions or ideas or know of any worlds that would fit this, please put them in the comment section below, and I will check all of them out, and I'll pick the one that I like. I'm really picky about what my worlds look like, and I always get nervous using a world because the last time I used a custom content world, it crashed my save file, and it was like I would load up the save, and every time I would load it up, like 5 seconds in, it would just crash. But it didn't happen with any other worlds, any other save files. So I had to delete that save file. I couldn't save it. I backed it up, I believe, but it was still a process, and it was still very annoying. So I'm very picky and nervous when using custom content worlds. So I'm gonna have to check them out and test them thoroughly, so this Let's Play does not crash and burn. But anyway, so if you guys hadn't noticed, there is a third person living in this house. She is face deep in her her drafting table right now, so we can't really see her pretty face. But this is Coraline Glass, and Coraline is Willow and Bryce's best friend, mainly Willow's best friend. She recently broke up with her boyfriend, Russ Grady. She was living with him, and basically it was decided between the three people here that they would all move in together. So Willow and Bryce moved out of their parents' house, and they got this place with Coraline. They figured that splitting the cost would really help with everything, so they could all live together. So Coraline basically moved out, broke up with her boyfriend to move in with them. But also the reason that they are all living together is because Coraline is several $1,000 simoleons in debt. So to get out of her living with her now ex-boyfriend, she had to, the only way she was going to be able to do that is either move in with her parents, her mom, or move in with them. So she chose to move in with them just because she would still have her freedom and everything like that. But she is totally in debt. So it was decided that Coraline would live with them, pay half of her rent and half of the utilities that come with living here, which I think it'll be like, when the bills come, it just gets split in the middle. So yeah, So Coraline is in debt, and so right now she has 0 simoleons. So all the money that is in their household funds belongs to Willow and Bryce. Nothing at all belongs to Coraline. She has 0. So for this Let's Play, I thought it would be actually a cool type of thing to see a sim come from 0 money to being able to move out and be on her own. And it's kind of like, what is it? The Rags to Riches challenge. But I'm not really going to focus on any aspects, of the Rags to Riches challenge, at least not yet. I might do a challenge like that in the future. But I wanted to focus solely on Coraline building up her money and going to school and then moving out from underneath the couple. Don't know when she's going to move out. Don't know. It'll probably, if she doesn't move out right away, it's definitely going to affect Bryce and Willow's future as they go on, because they're going to have to plan things around living with Coraline. So I thought that would be a cool aspect as well. So Coraline, is an immature person. We're just going to start with Coraline is very immature. She might be older than these two, but she is not older in mindset. She is in debt because she made some bad decisions, because her and her boyfriend were very poor, so she got a credit card and racked up a lot of money on that credit card. So now she is just so in debt up to her eyeballs that it's not even funny. So she's not really actively trying to pay back her debt as she should be. She is more focused on being out on the town a lot, or drinking, or, she does focus on what she wants to do, which I gave her the lifetime wish of, she wants to reach level 10 in the stylist profession. So she's definitely wanting to be somebody, and I am planning on her going to school, but it's going to be very hard to go to school when you're pilfering all your money away. So she's immature in that aspect. She's a flirty person, so she really likes to talk to guys and, feel loved and things like that. She really likes, now that she's single, she wants to just get back into the game without getting in a relationship. So it's kind of hard to do that when you're going out to bars and things every night and spending money that you technically don't have on stuff like that. So I gave her the flirty trait and I gave her the party animal trait. And then, yeah, so those are the 2 traits that are going to be her quirks. She does have the family-oriented trait because she does one day want a family and to settle down and get married. But it's not high on her priority list right now. She is more focused on just being young and vibrant and the life of the party. I gave her the cat person trait because she does have a cat, Mr. Jasper over here, out here playing with the dog. Jasper is her, little pride and joy, but he's a little terror. He's hyper destructive and he's noisy. If that doesn't tell you what kind of character Jasper is, I don't know what does. So that is her cat that she brought along. So she has the cat person trait. And then because she is so poor, Coraline is very frugal. She loves going to buy things on sale. She likes clipping coupons. She likes, getting good deals. And that frugalness is really going to help the couple that are not so frugal, because they have, they're not rich or anything, but they have definitely more money than she does. So it's really going to help them learn how to save money instead of spending it all, especially since she's going to have to be paying back debt, paying them back, paying bills, and going to school. So with how Coraline's funds are going to work for the Let's Play is because she's got 0 simoleons right now, she's basically borrowing money from the people that she lives with, which is Willow and Bryce. So, by, her paycheck that she's going to get at the end of it's every day, there's going to be money that's deducted from it that goes towards bills and goes towards the couple and goes towards saving for school. So I'm got a little tracker here in front of me. Wow, I'm going to keep track of all the simoleons that she spends. So we can see if she can end up going to school. I know it sounds silly, but I really want to do it because it sounds like a lot of fun. And it'll just give this Let's Play a lot of drama, I feel like, just to see how she is going to be able to afford anything. So yeah, that's Coraline. She is Willow's best friend, but of course it is probably going to be wearing on Willow to have someone just kind of mooching off of them for a while. So we'll see how it goes. Also, Willow has a dog named Cleo. I don't know. I didn't mention Cleo. Oh, how could I forget Cleo? She is so pretty. I made her a husky. And I think she's the most adorable thing in this world. She's quiet, she's loyal, and she's friendly. I made her a sweet dog just because when I was making her, she just had this sweet vibe. I love her. So that is Willow's dog. Bryce really wants nothing to do with the dog. He didn't really even want the dog. Well, he claims he didn't want the dog, but so yeah, he really isn't interested in Cleo, but Cleo is Willow's whole entire world. So yeah, Coraline wants to be a stylist. She is going to find a job in town so that she can start saving up for money and going to school. Willow just wants to be an author, so she is not going to go to school. She's just going to study writing and things like that. And Bryce, I don't think I mentioned what Bryce wanted to do. Bryce wants to reach level 10 in the military career. I don't know if I'll change that or not, just because in my head, because he's so logical and everything, I feel like he would be part of the science career. But I'm not sure yet. I might change it. I don't know. But I do know that he is going to go to school as well. So it's going to be that the couple is paying bills and saving up to move and saving up for Bryce to go to school. Which I have no idea when that will be because it takes a lot of money to go to school. But with the whole school thing, they are going to end up going to university. And this is by no means a university Let's Play or anything. I'll do one eventually, promise you guys. I've got so many ideas, it's not even funny. But when it comes to university, I know that it can be boring unless you're doing a university Let's Play, which is, specifically they're going to school. Let me know what you guys want me to do. I can just play the university part off screen and just, fast forward through it and just get them their degrees and have them come back home. Or if you want to watch me do it, I can record it. I don't care either way. I just don't want it to be boring for you guys because I know it can be. Because they're not going to have fun. They're going to go to actually study and not party. So it's just going to be a lot of studying and going to classes. But if it is something you guys want to see, just to see how university life is or whatever, let me know in the comments below and I will take all of your opinions into account. But I have no issue either way doing that. I honestly wish that I could just send them off to school and still just play as Willow. But, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't have little Willow be at home alone. But, so yeah, that is our characters. The couple and the friend. So Let me think if there was anything else. Oh yeah, this is the house. I totally forgot about the house. This is, I didn't make this house. This came with Twinbrook. It was like the only, because Twinbrook is like full of people, literally full of people. There's only a couple houses here that are empty, and the ones that are empty are super expensive. So this is pretty much their starter home. I was gonna put them in an apartment lot, but I decided against it. It's pretty small and basic. It's tiny. It's minuscule. You've got the kitchen over here with like this bathroom and then a little seating area for 3 people. You've got Cleo's bed that takes up, the entire house. You got their little sitting area with their little TV. It actually was smaller than this, believe it or not. I extended the house out about, this wasn't here, I don't think. I extended it out this far just so I could add this bathroom because they didn't have it. There was 1 bathroom in this house and I was going to leave it, but I was like, no, I think they can have a second bathroom. I don't think that's too, fancy. So I added this very tiny bathroom. I hope they can actually move around in there. They have a washer and dryer. There's Jasper's litter pan. This is Katie's closet Katie. Why do I keep saying Katie? Coraline's closet of a room. It's got all of Jasper's things in it. His food, his scratching post, his bed, and then her bed. And then her drafting table. So our room is a closet. It's like a jail cell. Willow and Bryce's room is bland as bland could be. They have a bed and they have a dresser. And that is all. That's all they got. So yeah, this house is really small. It's a starter house. There is no way in heck that they're going to have any babies in here. So, yeah. This is what they're going to start out as. And hopefully, I don't see them expanding onto this house at all. I don't see them doing anything like that. I don't see them moving either until they move worlds, which is not going to happen for a while. It's not like going to happen in part 5 where they're moving. I want them to go to school. I want them to be here. I want them to go through all the motions and then build their family. So, this is a Generations Let's Play, but with the aspect that this is going to be a long Let's Play. I would say it's definitely going to be more than 50 parts, which I know is average for Sims 3 Let's Plays, but this has kind of a story attached to it, so I see it being longer than 50 parts, especially if the parts are only like 20 minutes long, which I think this has been like 40 minutes, but this is the introduction part. The next part will not be this long. Introductions are always the longest and the best. So, yeah, I see this lasting for a while. And I know some of you are going to ask, I can't say for certain, but there probably will be a season 2 if this Let's Play takes off like I hope it does, because I hope you guys like it. So yeah, those are our Sims, and that is what is going to be happening. I'm going to end this part here because I've been rambling on about these Sims for probably close to 40 minutes. So in the next part, we're going to fully start the Let's Play. We're going to get into the gameplay. We're going to get all of them jobs. We're going to get them settled into Sim life, and we're going to take off. So if you liked this start to the Let's Play, go ahead and like it, comment, and if you want to see more videos from me, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next part. Bye, guys.